Hi, this is Gamer Dom and welcome back to my garage. This is a quick video to look at one of the special tanks that Wargaming have put up for sale this month. Previously they've been selling sort of the odd rare tank for a couple of days. They seem to have changed it this month, and this vehicle is available for the whole of March. It was a tank that first appeared around Christmas time. And was available for a limited time on the EU server anyway around Christmas time. I picked one up then. It's a nice little tank actually, so I thought I'd have a quick look at it now because it's back on the market. So you can buy it at the moment in the premium shop for £4.71, which is the tank and a garage slot. So no nasty bundles, no extras that you have to buy with it. It's just a standard issue tank. In euros it's about €6. So GG Wargaming again for not being greedy and actually making it a reasonable price and a reasonable package, so you don't have to buy lots of gold or premium time or anything else if you don't want to. So that's good. £4.71. Now, is that tank really worth it? So I guess that's not a straightforward one to answer, because it is only a tier 4 Russian medium tank, and tier 4s don't really generate huge amounts of credit, and traditionally the reason for why you would buy a premium tank is to train up your crews and to increase for their increased credit making potential. Now, being tier 4, it doesn't make huge amounts. However, it does have a very good gun, so the potential to do a lot of damage in it is quite high. And so if you get the right matchup, a good game, you can make a little bit of credit on it. So I've hinted at already, but let's have a quick look at this tank. It is basically, well, old timers will tell you, and I'm an old timer but I don't remember it from the game. The original T28, which sits on the Russian line, where is it? Let me just have a quick look. T28 here, originally came with an 85mm gun, and was apparently incredibly overpowered. And some time ago Wargaming took it away, and lo and behold, with this premium they brought it back again. So it's effectively the tier 4 regular tank with a much bigger gun, much more powerful gun. So it has a really good gun, and plenty of ammo to use it. However, it is basically got the same engine as the original T28, 500 horsepower engine, and theoretically a good top speed of 35, but it's sluggish. It's a lot heavier with this big gun and this big turret. I haven't got the T28 original in my garage to show you the comparison, but that has a much smaller turret and obviously a much smaller gun, and it weighs a lot less. So the same engine pushing around a chassis that's considerably lighter will therefore be quicker, obviously, which means this thing is a little bit on the sluggish side. It says it's 35. I'm not sure it gets 35 unless you're coming downhill. It's also a big ass tank, big thing. You can see it's got, what has it got, 2, 4, 6 man crew. It was very much that sort of early war Russian design, which they sort of made them almost into land battleships, big things. So its camo is terrible. You will be spotted very easily in this, and actually its armour isn't great either. It's 50 at the front on the hull, 50 at the back on the hull, and 40 at the side, and the turret is exactly the same. So 50 at the front, which is quite rounded, moderately so. 40 at the side of the turret, which is flat as a pancake, and 40 at the rear. So you're not going to stop a lot, even at tier 4. And this is a proper tier 4, so you will see tier 6 matches. So your armour is not really going to do you much good, and it only has 380 hit points, so you will lose those fairly rapidly, particularly if you're bottom tier in a game. The view range on it is pretty reasonable actually. 350 for this sort of tier tank is pretty good. Signal range is rubbish, 300. So it is all about the gun on this tank, and you get a big gun. This is a tier 6 gun on a tier 4 tank. It is one of the famous Russian tank guns, the 85mm. This is a different variant, but it's an 85mm gun. It has a pretty good rate of fire, 8.41 rounds per minute to spit out an 85mm shell is pretty darn good. Penetration is excellent for its tier, 120. There are higher tier tanks that would love to have 120, so you know that's pretty damn meaty. And 161 on APCR, so very useful. Its HE isn't bad either. 43 is not too bad. Bearing in mind, remember you are a tier 4, so potentially you're seeing, I don't know, tier 2s, 3s, 4s, all of them have very limited armour, and 43 millimeters of penetration with an HE shell doing 280 damage will cause a lot of mayhem in some of them. Will probably one-shot a lot of the smaller tanks. 160 with the standard gun, standard AP and APCR. 160 is very good indeed for a tier 4 gun or tier 4 tank. I mean, it's a tier 6 gun. 160 is very useful. Dispersion is not fantastic. 0.43 is not great. So as you try and fire, move your turret around, it's going to be pretty horrible to re-aim, and the aiming time is not great. 3.2 is not brilliant. You do have to aim well with this gun. Given that dispersion and given that aim time, it means you need to stand still, so you need to find yourself a spot where you can aim, or preferably pre-aim, and then fire and get the hell out of dodge, because any return fire will probably penetrate you given your lack of armour. So it's a nice tank though. That said, I think it's a really nice tank. I mean, there are absolutely no shortage of Russian premium vehicles, mediums, heavies, whatever. So you know, you probably got, if you do buy tanks, you've probably got quite a few already in your garage, like me. But you know, this is a novelty. You do not see many of them around. You will this month because people will be buying them. But it's pretty good. So let's have a quick look at the in battle and see what it does. Oh, quickly before I do, equipment wise, I put a rammer, I've put gun lane drive, and I've put optics on. I put a gun lane drive on because that aim time is horrible. Anything to do to speed that up is good, and aimed, obviously rammer helps everything in terms of spitting out shells, and after all, that's your business. This is more than anything else just a gun platform. Optics I put on because I want to increase that view range. 350 is okay at tier 4, but if I can get it up higher, I can see targets quicker and hit them quicker. I didn't put the binos on, which is another viable option. If you play this tank statically, binos would be a good move, but I found that I do want to move in this thing, and therefore the optics give you that ability all the time. So anyway, let's go back and give it a go. Okay, so this is Redshire. It's a tier 5 game, so we've got away quite lightly. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier, 6 tier 5s on the enemy team. Oh, we've only got 5, so matchmaking screwing us up. But there's only 3 heavy tanks on either team. Now, what is that? What is that guy doing? LTVZ is just very odd behaviour. Very odd behaviour. Seems to take offence to that building. Oh, look, the KV-1s now. What is it about that building? How weird. Anyway, we'll leave them to whatever they're up to, and we're going to go up here. Now, this tank I think works best when you play it almost like a TD. You know, it's strength in its gun, it's got very minimal armour. With binos or optics you've got good visibility, particularly for a Russian tank. So I'm coming up here to one of my favourite spots on this map, and I'm going to position myself here and just see what I can see. Patience is a virtue. Oh, there's a medium 3, but I can't get my gun down. If I go further forward to be able to get my gun down on him, I'll be seen. But there's an M4. What's he doing there? Well, regretting it probably. First shot, nice hit, 150. It's a long one. I bounced off his turret. It's long range shooting, and it's still. It didn't look like that shot went near him. No, it didn't. Can we finish him off? No, we can't. Just to the point where I say the shots are quite accurate, I then miss everything. But there's a much more high value target, but that one didn't go in near him either. Keeping an eye on the map, that one did, and there's the S. I can pen him much easier. Very nice kill. Let's go back to the KV-1. He's probably still there. We'll put one into him. I'm sure that would have been hit, and there's my opposite number, but I've missed the chance to fire at him. Unfortunately, I did fire, but it was well, I've been spotted. Right, pull back, pull back, pull back. KV-1 still there. Not doing himself any favours by not coming forward, because where he is pretty exposed. Let's see if we can put some more heat into him. There we go. And bounced off his turret, but it has stopped. Come on, stay there. Nice, 165. Don't think I'm going to get any more, am I? Oh, yes. I was fighting HE then. I don't know why I put HE in the gun, but I did. But I suddenly realised and then swapped out to APCR, but he'd gone. So no point firing APCR, might as well reload standard AP. And we're winning 7-3, so it's not too tricky. Couldn't get a shot on him. So we're going to go back to our original spot. We know there's a whole load of tanks at around this middle area, around D4, C5, C6. There's a load of tanks last seen there, so I don't want to go too much further forward. The 7-4 can quickly turn to 7-6. Now it's 8-4, right, and now it's 9-4, right. I think we can go. Let's just see whether this T46 sees anything. There's an M4 down there. That would have seen something, so I think we're fairly safe. Yeah. Oh, he's on the wrong side. Oh, there he is. Got a chance. Ah, bounced off his side. I know it was angled, but I should have penned him. Okay, let's push. Time to go. Oh, and there's my equivalent. Can we have another snapshot? Yes. This time we fired the snapshot and killed him. So earlier a snapshot didn't really work. The aim time on this tank is terrible. So yeah, it's quite tough to get those snapshots away. We'll push on up, get up the hill. There's a cruiser, there's a Su-85 at the back of their base. The RT we know will almost certainly be, not RT, what am I talking about, AMX is where it is. I think the Stug is going to be somewhere up around A2. So cruiser's about to die before we can get near him. I'm really after the SU. There's the SU. Right, let's put a shot into him. Stop the gun. Let it aim in. Ugh, somebody else got there just as my shell was about to hit him. That's annoying. Okay, never mind. Only the Stug left. We know where he's going to be. He's going to be in A1, 2 or 3. So let's just go balls deep. There's no point in hanging around. We've got the cap covered. We've got plenty of tanks to take him out. Where are you? Knock knock, anyone home? Anybody here? There he is. Not looking at me though. I get a shot on him. Oh, there we go. Oh, and I bounced the first shot. Oh, that's ridiculous. Now I'm in trouble. Right, aim from the lower glacis. He's going to kill me before I get... Oh, I've got another shot of him. There we go. But he got me anyway. That first shot, which I know was angled, but I should have penned him. That Stug doesn't have much armour. So there you go. GG. We win. So there you go. That was a third class mastery, 5 for effect, and high caliber, which is nice. We finished second on XP, 400. Oh blimey! Sometimes I wonder I'm dyslexic. 547 base XP. We did just over 1,000 damage and got 2 kills, which is good. So we were top on damage. Yeah, we were top on both teams for damage, which is nice. I had 19 shots, 13 hits, 8 penetrations for that 1,000 damage. What's that? 3/4 of it, nearly, it was at long range. And I think that's the way you have to play this tank. It's a long range tank. 4 hits received, all 4 penetrated. Again, clear indication there's no armour on this thing. And you know, they were tier, well, nothing higher than a tier 5 firing at us, and they just go straight through you. We'd got a bit of assistance damage, not much. 33,000 credits after costs and rebuild. It's cheap tank to maintain. We still made 31,000 credits, which is okay. Likewise, good premium generator, 400 extra for being a premium tank, which gives us 1,200 XP on a non-times2, just on the standard game. So yeah, nice game. Okay, so we're on Berg. It's another tier 5 game. Again, oh well, they've got 4 heavies, we've only got 2, so a bit heavy light. I don't like what they've done with this map. The fact now that it just becomes each side takes their own side of the river, and then it becomes a bit of a brawl across the river for who's going to win. Now the only positive is obviously this tank I think is better at long range firing. And being a set up and fire at things across the river is actually quite useful, but I'm going to head up on the right as usual. I'm going to try and get to a spot where I have a chance of shooting at things that maybe this Covenanter uncovers or this ST uncovers. There's a Skoda, there's a Matilda down the middle. No shots on either of them, I don't think. No, Matilda disappeared anyway. Skoda's taking a bit of fire. There's set up here. Oh, there's the SU. Don't think I'm going to be able to aim in on him yet. No, look at that shot. Absolutely nowhere near. Not even in the same postal code. So the Skoda's still down. The VK looks like he's turned back. SU can't be alone. See what the Covenanter can find. Oh, and there's a Wolverine. And I was expecting him to pull back a bit further, but he didn't. And he's now taking our Covenanter apart, so that's a bit of a shame. Matilda's still just running down the centre of the map. Scout Matilda, engage, and we're nil 2 down. I can't really get any shots on anything here. But I don't really want to go too far up until I know what I'm facing, because I've got no armour. So I feel like a complete doofus just sort of sitting here. It's 3-0 down now. Oh, there's a Churchill. Let me get a shot of the Churchill as he comes up here. Oh, there was another. I don't know where to fire at the moment. Moved much quicker than I was expecting there. 4-2. Okay, there's the VK. Let's put one into him. Lower plate, hopefully. Yep. Actually, we're firing down onto his upper plate, so he doesn't work as well. See if we can track him. Yes, we can, and damage as well, bonus. Aiming for that lower plate. Somebody else got it. There's a Stuart. I don't think the Wolverine's got a shot. Oh, there's a Cromwell, Churchill reading. Right, there's a Stuart. Let's put one into him. He's spotted now. Don't know what's happening with the replay. My turret was aimed at him, but look where it's aiming now. That's weird. Okay, let's just finish that Stuart off. Got him. Good. Got spotted again. Well, that's not surprising. It's back to 5-all. We still got a fair few tanks on the other side of the river, so we know there's a Wolverine up here. We know is the Wolverine still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. There's the Su-85B over this side. And that Churchill who is sitting there. I can't quite... Oh, it's been taken out by Artie. Oh no, that was by our Churchill. Okay. Nice. Good job. Right, I think we need to push. They are pretty soon going to be coming towards our cap. I'm still nervous about that Wolverine, but I think he's pulled back. I think I've got a gut feeling he's sniping. So I'm going to I'm still full health. Don't want to give my hit points away because I'm going to need some hit points if I'm going to try and cross that river. Oh, and there's the SU. Okay, aim in, aim in, aim in. Nice. So if you've got time to aim like that, it's actually not a bad gun, quite accurate, and it's got really good pen. However, if you want to fire snapshots, you're going to struggle. So we know the Wolverine's here. I think he's alone. Can we put a shot into him? Yes, we can. Been spotted. So we'll position ourselves here where we're sort of side scraping. Can I get a shot on that? No, don't think I can. I think he's looking the other way. Oh, and then I got a big hit from the Artie. Ouch, that was not nice. And he took out my ammo rack. Aim in, aim in, aim in. Bye bye. Good. Okay. So we've lost everything by the ram on that side of the other side of the river. But we have got three Artie and the KV-1 defending our cap. We'll push up, see if there's any more Artie around here, because sometimes they come up around this corner. Unfortunately, with that big hit from the Artie, I'm now a one-shot to everything, and I really wanted to basically push onto the base, but now we're winning 9-7. Now I don't know now what to do. I think I still want to push on. I'm a slow tank. Wesp, gonna get a shot on him. I think he's gonna die before I get a chance. Yeah, there we go. So 10-7. Oh, and they're coming to our base. Okay, maybe I should have gone back. Don't know. Don't know. I'm going to go and help this ram, because while he's here, we have got, well we did, onto our KB1, he got taken out. Damn, maybe it was a bad call. They've got KB1 and the Covenanter in around our base. We've got two Artie and the T34. Not sure the Churchill's going to get anywhere to make any impact. Oof, shell just whizzed past me. What was that from? We've got two in our base now, which is not great. So I've got to get in our base just to make sure. I'm going to drop down into this low ground. Oh, and there's the Type 95. Oh, and that was just I don't know where that shell went. Don't know where, but it did spot him, so it means that they can rip him apart. The ram is doing exactly that. Those Type 95s got lovely guns, but they've got zero armour, so they just get ripped apart. And this looks like a draw. Yep. There's the other Artie, but this is game over. And it's a draw. there you go. Missed him. So that was a bit disappointing. Should I have gone back earlier? I don't know really. I mean, the thing about this tank, it's very slow. If I had have gone back, the ram would have died. I don't know, maybe I should have done. Could have reset the cap. Don't know. At the time there were 3 RT, there was a KB1 and it looked like the T34 was going back, so I thought, well, what's the point of me going back as well? As far as we knew, there was only 2, maybe 3 tanks coming in, and I wanted to try and support the ram as he put pressure on their cap, but a draw is like a loss, so yeah, bit of a shame. Finished top though on XP, 489. We only did 800 damage, but we did get 3 kills at the end of it. 13 shots fired, 7 hits, 7 penetrations. So you know the power of that gun. When you allow it to aim, and you've got the time to aim, it will pen. Similar tier or maybe 1 up. It will tend to. You've got the ability to pen with this gun. It's such a good one. And we did 836 damage, as I say. A bit more close range engagement than I would normally do, but we only took 1 hit, but that did penetrate, and that was that arty, which was a really nasty hit. Spotted 2 enemies, so we got nearly 300 assistance, which is nice, and we got some base capture points, which is also nice. Credits 30,600. We did fire some premium, so 26,000 profit, which is okay. You know, it's only a tier 4 after all, so you know, credits aren't bad at all, and we get just over 1,000 XP for the crew, which is also very good indeed. So that's the T28E with F-30, basically a T28 with a big arse gun on it. It's a funny one. I'm not sure whether I'd recommend it or not. I mean, it's not hugely expensive, but at the end of the day, it's a premium where it doesn't get preferential matchmaking, so if you get a tier 4, you just lick your lips, because that 85mm gun will rip your opponents apart, and there's very little they can do about it. If you get a tier 5, it's a little bit harder, because you've got 0 armour, or very little armour, and you will start taking hits very quickly. But again, your gun is competitive. You get to a tier 6 game, yes, your gun is competitive in a tier 6, but the trouble is you have very few hit points, and a couple of shots and you're dead. I didn't show the games, but I played 2 or 3 games where I got tier 6 matches, and yeah, I was getting killed very quickly, and you can get lucky. Yeah, there's a lot more points to be had in a tier 6 game. You know, you hit a higher value target when you're a tier 4, and you get much more credits for it. But overall, I'd much rather be fighting in a tier 4 or tier 5 match with this tank. You know, but you can get some reasonable credits in it. So overall, not spectacular, but it's an unusual tank, and you don't see it very often. I think playing it fairly statically like a TD most often is probably the way to go with it. But you know, let me know what you think. If you bought it and you like it, I see some people do some brilliant games in it. I've seen also a lot of people who are really struggling to use it, so it's clearly a bit of a Marmite tank in that sense. You know, people love it or loathe it. So let me know what you think. This has been Gameradon. Thanks for watching. Please do consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps, and like this video if you did. If you didn't, well, don't then. And I'll see you again soon, and enjoy your games, have fun. Remember, it is just a game, and just keep it all in perspective. See you again soon.